Hey there, this is Dr. Isaac coming at you from the Pain-Free Maverick, and today I have a question from Scott. Scott called me up the other day and asked me what he could do about his hip pain. You see, Scott had a hip replacement done on his left side many years back, and he feels pain when he walks in the mall or he takes long walks. He feels pain and feels like a achy, throbbing kind of pain here on the side of his hip and here a little bit in the buttock area. And he says that it's unbearable at times where he has to literally sit down. He's a young guy. He's only in his late 40s. So it happens that I explained to Scott that what happens is the muscles of the hip are mostly driven by the gluteus maximus, which is the largest muscle of the hip. The gluteus maximus is your buttock muscle, this muscle right over here. And what happens as we get older is because we sit for many hours of the day and our bodies used to that position where we're slouched over and we're kind of slumping. If you can imagine this, our muscles in our front of our hip, they get really tight. They're called the hip flexor muscles, right? And the muscles in the back over here, these buttock muscles, they get lengthened out or stretched out like a rubber band. Now, when you get up and you want to walk and you want to use those muscles for a long time, the body gets no power to those muscles. It's too focused on giving power to the front muscles or the hip flexors because of the position you spent all your time in. So what I told Scott to do, which was really just amazing for him and changed his pain in his hip, was it's a really funny exercise, but if you bear with me here, it's going to totally help you out. It might even help your lower back pain. If you're having pain and rolling in bed, across your back over here, your sacroiliac area, this is going to totally help you out as well. So let me show you how it's done. I'm going to turn around, and what you do with this exercise is, I told Scott to do this. So you're going to imagine, I said, Scott, imagine your heels are digging down into the ground, pushing down into the ground with your heels, like you're going to make a hole in the ground, okay? So dig your heels really tight into the ground like you're going to make a hole. Spread your knees apart, and imagine trying to open up your knees outward. I'll show you from the front. Just imagine your knees are like headlights. I said, imagine your kneecaps are like headlights, and you need to turn those headlights outward. This is a really good cue. So turn those headlights or the kneecaps outwards and dig your heels into the ground. And what happens is you'll feel a squeezing right in here. So bending down slightly, pointing your heels down into the ground, like digging your heels and pointing your knees out slightly and just kind of standing there and squeezing your butt. And you're going to feel this whole area tighten up. What that does is it activates the muscles of the gluteus maximus, that more important muscle that I was telling you about that helps you with walking and running and standing for long periods of time and supports your hip muscles. And it's going to take the pressure off the hip flexor or the other muscles that cause the pain. And it totally helped Scott out. He started doing that during the day. He's a videographer, and he was able to stand up for longer periods of time without that pain. As long as he felt the pain, he would do those squeezing exercises and he felt no more pain after that. So there's your exercise on how to fix pretty much any hip pain that you may be having. info@allcarept.com, and let me know if you have any questions.